Welcome to Hard Script.
Please like this video. It helps way more than you think. And this one caught me off guard. My wife came home early. That was the first sign. I was at the shop late. Welding gloves still on. Phone buzzed once. She texted, "Home. Dinner?" Just that. No emoji, no sarcasm. Which was odd. By the time I walked in, the kitchen smelled like something from a magazine spread. Candle burning, music low. She was plating food like a cooking show. Neat, elegant, not her usual. She smiled. Not wide. Practiced. "You hungry?" I nodded, watching the performance. Dinner was grilled chicken, roasted vegetables, perfectly chilled tea. No phone in her hand. No wine. She asked about work. The guys. Jake's broken plasma cutter. She even laughed, like she'd been practicing that, too. Then, halfway through the meal, she reached across the counter, rested her hand on mine. "We've been off lately," she said. I nodded. "Quiet. I miss us," she added. "I want to make things better." My instinct said, "Don't buy it." But my face stayed still. "That's good to hear," I said slow. She smiled again. "Maybe we could take a weekend. Just us. I've got end-of-quarter jobs stacking up." She tilted her head. "You always have jobs stacking up. And you always have things on your calendar," I replied. Her fingers stiffened slightly on my hand. Barely noticeable, but I notice. She pulled away, got up, took her plate to the sink. "I'm trying," she said. Not angry, just flat. I stood up, grabbed my keys. "I'll be at the shop. Finishing up." She didn't stop me. Didn't ask when I'd be back. When I returned 2 hours later, the lights were off. Bedroom door closed. Her phone was gone from the charger. I checked the fridge. My plate was gone too. Like the night reset without me. I sat at the kitchen table alone. Listened to the clock tick. I wasn't sad. I was aligning pieces. You don't trust smiles that arrive late. And you don't ignore patterns just because someone lights a candle. If you're still watching, hit that like button. It keeps this story alive. Part 2's coming. And it's where the mask starts slipping. Friday morning, she left early. No kiss. No note. Just the quiet slam of the front door and the scent of her perfume clinging to the hall like a story I hadn't been told yet. She said she was meeting a friend for breakfast. Didn't say who. Didn't offer a time she'd be home. And I didn't ask. That was the first rule I made for myself. No more asking for access to a life that wasn't inviting me in. I drank my coffee black. Sat at the table alone. Checked my schedule and moved 2 calls to Monday. Not because I was free, but because I was done acting like I wasn't noticing. Around noon, I passed the riverfront on my way to the supplier. Saw a scarf through the cafe window. Same pattern. Same knot. Could have been anyone. That's what I told myself. Back home that evening, she was in the kitchen, casually humming, flipping through a cooking blog on her phone. "Hey," she said, not looking up. "You eat?" "Not yet." She held up a skillet. "Stir fry?" "Sure." We ate in silence. She asked nothing about my day. Laughed at a video on her phone. I didn't press. Didn't ask what was so funny. Didn't ask why her scarf was hanging behind the laundry door, still carrying a scent that didn't belong to our detergent. After dinner, she poured herself a glass of wine. "None for me." "You've been quiet lately," she said. "You've been loud enough for both of us." She blinked. "I mean it," she said. "I know I've been off. But it's nothing serious. Work's been a mess." I nodded. "Let it hang there." "I'm trying," she added, touching my arm. "You're rehearsing," I said calmly. "That's different." She pulled her hand back like the heat surprised her. Later, she left the wineglass half full on the table. Said she was tired. Went upstairs without waiting for me. I cleaned the kitchen. Washed both our dishes. Scrubbed the pan she barely used. In the drain trap, a strand of hair. Not hers. Not mine. That was the second rule I made. If something doesn't belong, don't ignore it. Log it. Note the pattern. Because no one just wakes up and walks away from love. They take tiny steps in silence. And I'd started hearing every one of them. Tuesday night, she came home late. Hair perfect. Lipstick fresh. Like traffic had politely stepped aside so she could glide home untouched. "Sorry," she said. "Meeting ran long." "With who?" "You don't know them." "Try me." She paused, then smiled like I was being silly. "Don't be like that," she said. "It was just work stuff." She kissed my cheek. Smelled like the perfume she used to save for anniversaries. "Hungry?" I asked. She looked at the stove. The pan was still warm. "Not really," she said. "Already ate." "Where?" She blinked. We ordered in. What place? She opened the fridge. Took a bottle of water. Didn't answer. That night, she slept like a stone. Phone on silent. Face turned away. I didn't touch her. Instead, I got up at 5 a.m., went to the gym. Ray was already there. You look like your brain didn't clock out, he said, tossing me a towel. Trying to stay ahead of the curve. What's the curve? The one where you see a car parked outside a condo 3 nights a week and pretend it's a coincidence. He didn't ask more. Just nodded once. I like that about Ray. Welders and trainers. Same rule. Trust what's repeatable. By Thursday, I had notes. Not guesses. Notes. Tuesday. Gray SUV, same street, same building. Thursday. Same SUV, same time. Saturday. Same driver, different parking spot. She said she was helping Emily move. That was the first real laugh I'd had in weeks. I didn't confront. Not yet. Instead, I bought a small notebook. Wrote with dates, locations, timestamps. If you manage jobs, you track change orders. If you manage heartbreak, you track truth. Friday morning, I moved our joint account to fixed expenses only. No explanation. Just math. That evening, she asked if I wanted to go to a neighbor's barbecue. I said no. I'll go by myself then, she said. Good idea, I said. You're used to doing things solo. She didn't reply. Didn't slam the door. Didn't even look back. But she changed her perfume again. And that's when I knew. She wasn't trying to come back. She was trying to see how far she could go before I called it what it was. Sunday morning, I made pancakes. Old recipe. From back when we laughed before coffee. She came downstairs in leggings and a sweatshirt I'd never seen. Designer logo. Not cheap. Smells good, she said, tying her hair up. Thought I'd cook. Trying to bribe me, she smirked. Trying to remember if we still eat together. She poured orange juice, sat down, and scrolled her phone through the entire meal. I asked nothing. Offered butter. Passed the syrup. Kept count of how many times she smiled at the screen, but not at me. After breakfast, I loaded the dishwasher while she FaceTimed someone in the hallway. I caught one word before she shut the door. Tomorrow. She never FaceTimed on Sundays. I didn't eavesdrop. I just stood still long enough to hear what the silence wanted to say. That afternoon, I called Dalton. Former military. Local. Quiet reputation. He met me at a diner 2 towns over. Came alone, no questions. You sure, he asked. I need clarity, I said. Not a show. Just a file. He nodded. 2 weeks minimum. I don't do drama. I do facts. That's all I want. Give me patterns, times, names if you have them. I do. I slid him a small envelope. He scanned the notes. Okay, he said. This'll move fast. I paid the tab. He left without a handshake. At home, she was watching a movie on her laptop with earbuds in. Didn't look up when I came in. I sat across the room. Watched her. Not her body, her patterns. Where the charger was plugged in. Which glass she used. The way she always tucked her hair behind her left ear when she was texting someone she shouldn't be. That night, I didn't sleep much. I lay in bed and replayed conversations from weeks back. Looked for clues I missed. Jokes that weren't jokes. Smiles that weren't real. The next morning, I moved some tools from the house to the shop. Told her I was making space. She said nothing. Just nodded. That was enough. Third rule. If someone stops asking where you're going, it's because they already know where they'll be instead. Dalton called on a Wednesday. Got enough, he said. You want the full report or just the bottom line? Let's meet, I said. Same diner. Same corner booth. He slid a folder across the table. Slim. Precise. You were right, he said. Tuesday, Thursday, Sunday. Same SUV. Same building. Same man. He tapped the photo on the top page. Emily's husband. Clear shot. Outside a condo 2 exits from our house. Public places. No gray areas. Dates and times logged. I flipped through the pages. Cafes, sidewalks, 1 hotel parking lot. Nothing dramatic. Nothing deniable. Just patterns. What now, he asked. I closed the folder. Now I stopped pretending this is salvageable. Back at the shop, Jake handed me an order list. You look like a man who just got closure, he said. More like confirmation. Same difference. I nodded. That evening, I didn't say a word to her. She was extra friendly. Brought takeout from my favorite spot. Called me babe twice. I thanked her. Didn't touch the food. Let her eat alone. Thursday, she left around 6:30 p.m. Said she had a meeting. I didn't ask with who. Didn't ask when she'd be back. I already knew. While she was gone, I started making copies. Bank statements, text logs, screenshots, quiet prep. I wasn't building a case. I was closing a chapter. Friday morning, she left her phone on the counter while she showered. Unlocked. I didn't snoop. Didn't need to. The message preview said enough. Same place? I'll bring the wine this time, winking face. Different name. Same number Dalton had given me. She came downstairs smiling. Kissed my cheek. You look tired, she said. I'm just done trying to forget. She paused. What's that mean? Means I've been patient. She laughed nervously. You're being cryptic. I looked at her like a welder looks at a cracked seam. Don't worry, I said. You'll understand soon. She blinked, tilted her head, then walked away like nothing had been said. But I saw her hand tremble when she picked up her phone. I saw her face fall when she thought I wasn't looking. Rule 4. You don't confront until your silence scares them more than your words ever could. Saturday afternoon, she was on the couch with Emily. 2 glasses of wine. Laughter that sounded rehearsed. Hey, I said, setting down a bag of groceries. Cullen's invited us over. Barbecue, 6 p.m. Nothing fancy. She didn't look up. Emily did. I've got plans, my wife said. Emily added, girls' night. I nodded. I'll stop by the Cullens anyway. Just for an hour. Emily raised an eyebrow. Without her? Sure, I said. I'm good at solo. My wife gave me a look, a silent accusation wrapped in a smirk. You're making me look like the bad guy. I stared back. You're doing that fine on your own. Emily blinked. I saw her register something new. The next day, my wife made breakfast. Set the table. Real plates, napkins, coffee exactly how I like it. She was overcompensating. Mid-bite, she said, I've been thinking we could reset. I chewed, swallowed, sipped. Too late. Her smile flickered. It's just been a rough stretch. You don't cheat because of a rough stretch. You cheat because you want to, and you think you won't get caught. Fork froze in her hand. Emily's husband. Tuesdays. Thursdays. Sunday once. Condo off Westfield. Gray SUV with a dent on the bumper. She stared at me, silent. How long? I asked. She whispered. It didn't mean. Save it. I stood. Emily was at the door. You knew? I asked her. No, she said instantly. God, no. She's lying, my wife snapped. I turned to Emily. You should ask your husband. Emily's mouth parted. Nothing came out. I walked to the sink, rinsed my plate, dried my hands. Behind me, silence. Then a glass clinked. Then the front door opened. Emily left without saying goodbye. My wife stood in the hallway, arms crossed. You really had to do that in front of her? Yes. Why? Because witnesses remember better. She walked past me, up the stairs. No yelling, no apology, just retreat. And that was all I needed. Rule 5. If you want people to respect your boundaries, build them while they're still watching. Monday, the papers arrived. Clean envelope. Thick. My name. Her name. I didn't hide it. Just left it by the keys, under the word final. That evening, she came home humming. Same perfume. Same late hour. She stopped when she saw the envelope. What's this? Divorce, I said calm. You're packed. You're leaving. Her lips parted. You can't just. I can, I interrupted. I did. She stepped forward, fingers shaking. Let's talk. Not here. Not like this. I opened the door halfway. 2 suitcases waited on the porch. Her jaw locked. I don't have a place. You did last Thursday. Same condo. Same wine. She whispered, please. People can see. I know, I said. Witnesses help people remember. She started to cry. I made a mistake. You made a schedule. She stared at me. You're being cruel. No, I replied. I'm being clear. Silence. Then she reached out. I don't want to be the bad guy in your story. You're not a story, I said. You're a pattern. And I'm done tracking it. She looked like she didn't recognize me. Good. Because I wasn't the man who begged. Not anymore. She tried one more time. We had a life. We had a show, I said. And I stopped clapping. She didn't scream. Didn't beg. She dragged her suitcase down the steps. Glanced back once. I closed the door. Locked it. Turned the deadbolt slow. The new one. Installed that morning. It clicked with a finality I didn't know I needed. Rule 6. Don't slam the door. Just close it so well they never try the handle again. A week passed. No texts. No knocks. She tried once, voicemail. We can fix this if you stop being stubborn. I archived it. Dalton texted, "You good?" I replied, "Better than I expected." At the shop, Jake handed me a fresh order sheet. "You look lighter," he said. I stopped carrying things that weren't mine. He nodded. "Good steel does that too. Bends, cools, remembers the shape." Exactly. I bought a small house. Closer to the shop. Big garage. Quiet yard. Nothing fancy, just mine. Replaced the counters myself. New surface. No old fingerprints. Saturday mornings became simple. Gym at 8, diner at 10, lake by noon. Ray started pushing me to run a charity 10K. I laughed, then signed up. I saw Emily once at the store. She didn't stop, didn't wave, just walked faster. Later that day, she sent a one-line message. "Is it true?" I replied, "Ask him." She didn't write again. As for my ex, last I heard, she moved into a small apartment. No car, no posts, no rooftop nights. She picked herself, and she ended up with silence. One night, I met someone. Her name's Claire. Landscaper. Straight talker. No audience. On our third date, she said, "I like how quiet your phone is." I smiled. I deleted the noise. That's it. Not revenge. Not theatrics. Just a man with clean hands, steady eyes, and a door that clicks shut like it was always meant to. Final rule. When someone treats you like you're optional, make them permanent history.